Hey everyone, it's Jenna Melanson from Canadian Beats Media. Today I'm joined by Canadian pop artist Kyle Richardson for our latest segment of Zoomies. Welcome, Kyle.
Hey, thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So, first off, care to introduce yourself a bit more in depth for our listeners?
Yeah. My name is Kyle Richardson. I'm a recording artist based out of Vancouver, BC. I grew up in the Okanagan in a smaller city called Vernon, but I moved to Vancouver in like 2010 to start recording music more seriously and start putting out some music.
Awesome. You've unveiled your debut album, Louder Than Words, back on
Yeah.
October 13th.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the writing process behind that release.
Yeah, for sure. So the album, it was kind of a long time coming. Some of the songs are from quite a long time ago, from before I even moved to Vancouver. And then when I decided to start working on the album as a whole, we kind of took it song by song and we wrote like one song a month. It was me and my producer, Jeff Dawson. And then depending on the song, we had another writer or two kind of come in and help us finish stuff up. But yeah, we really took it slowly and we did a song a month and we wrote it, we fine-tuned it, we recorded it, and then we moved on to the next. And then once everything was finished, I kind of went back and looked through some of my older songs like Anything and Keep the Faith and Can You Hear Me that I'd worked on throughout the years, but not quite ever finished. And we kind of polished those up and re-recorded parts of them and finished them up and put them on the album.
Awesome. So,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, you worked with Jeff Dawson on the release. How
Yeah.
was that experience?
That was awesome. I've worked with Jeff for a long time. We put out a few singles in the 2010s, and we worked on stuff off and on, kind of just as an artist development kind of situation. And working with him is great. He has a lot of input in songwriting, and he's a great producer, and he plays multiple instruments and programs a lot of stuff. So with him, it's awesome because we really got to take the time, especially with how we paced it out, doing a song a month.
Mhm.
That was kind of my goal, to just focus and get everything as perfect as possible. And with taking that time, we really got to like just make sure everything was how he envisions it, how I envisions it, and kind of got the best of both worlds.
Amazing.
Yeah,
So, the album features the singles Anything, Can You Hear Me, and
yeah,
Fight the Good Fight. Um,
yeah.
what made you choose those tracks as singles?
I wanted to start off the album process with songs that were very upbeat to start off with and really positive, especially after the last couple of years. I really wanted to put out music that would inspire people or uplift them. If you're having a good day, a bad day, whatever, I just wanted to up the mood a bit. So I wanted to put out stuff that would encourage people.
You did that. Great tracks.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any upcoming shows to tell us about?
Right now I'm kind of working on I have an acoustic album coming out, so I'd love to do some
Mhm.
acoustic dates and stuff. I don't have anything set yet, but I do want to start playing these album songs live for an audience, and especially in the new year, I want to start working on new stuff and testing those out live as well. So I want to start doing a lot more shows than I have been.
What's up next for you in 2024? Like,
In 2024, yeah, I kind of want to start up the creative process again. I want to get into the studio writing a bit more again. And like I said, I have an acoustic album that's going to be coming out, I think, before 2024, actually.
oh, okay.
Um, and I'm excited to get that out just because it kind of puts a fresh spin on all of the songs and
Hmm.
takes them down to the essentials. It's like me and a guitarist or me and a pianist for the whole album. So I'm excited to get that out. And then yeah, in 2024, I definitely want to be in the studio writing and recording and getting some follow-up material done.
Hmm. Okay, I can't wait for that acoustic album now.
Yeah.
So the next five questions are just for fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Who was the first Canadian band or artist to catch your attention growing up?
Growing up, I definitely heard a lot of Shania Twain on the radio, and her songs are always amazing. But I think the first album that I bought and fully got hugely addicted to was Avril Lavigne's debut, Let Go.
Yeah,
It's still one of my favorites. I love her. But that was the first one that I remember getting really hyped about and like loving every single song off of.
for sure.
Yeah.
If you had to perform the same cover song at every show for the rest of your career, which song would you choose?
I think it'd be Yellow by Coldplay. I've
Okay.
always loved singing that song and it really fits in a good space in my voice. And yeah, I love performing it. I may have an acoustic version of that on the acoustic album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What's your all-time favorite television series?
All-time fave would have to be The Simpsons. I've always loved that show. Um, I love the first like 10 seasons of The Simpsons. The new stuff is still good, but those early seasons were
Mhm,
some of my favorite stuff ever.
definitely.
Yeah.
If you could work with one fellow Canadian artist that you haven't already, who would you choose?
I would love to write music with Bryan Adams. I just think he's such a
Mm,
classic. I love the pop and rock and kind of just the Canadian sound that he has in his music.
yeah,
Um, and I think he'd be a great artist to write and collaborate with.
I think so. Last but not least, with winter
Yeah.
creeping up, what's your go-to warm drink for cold days?
I love a hot chocolate or like a chai tea latte, something like that.
Mm, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Do you go for marshmallows in your hot chocolate?
definitely, definitely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining me for Zoomies and congratulations on the new album.
Thank you so much for having me.